Nowadays, most projectors are the same and they are boring, but the X1 from our partner Nebula just changed the game, and this is the world's first cinema-grade outdoor entertainment system. And let me tell you guys, this thing makes me kind of sad, but I'm very happy for you guys, and I'll explain exactly why. The X1 is incredibly bright and sharp with its 4K triple laser system, and it fixes one of the biggest issues with portable projectors, and that's where you have quiet speakers built into one unit, because you have these dual speakers that have 4.1.2 surround sound. So you even get immersion outside, which blew my mind. You have 5000-to-1 native contrast ratio, which looks great. A cinema grade all glass 14 element lens, which has a lot of benefits. The AI spatial adaptation makes it so easy and quick to set up and use, and it has the industry's first liquid cooling system built into this with a 25-degree built-in auto gimbal. Guys, I have to say, after using this in my theater man cave room, using it outside, and even setting it up in my living room, this is a game changer, and I don't like using that statement. This just took it to a step, not even a step above, a crazy high level of improvements in usability and quality. And you can get an insane price right now using the links below, and Nebula sent me a creator kit, which was awesome. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Nebula by Anchor sent us this crazy Starlight Cinema kit, and check out what is inside this large crate. First off, this is really cool. They actually sent the Nebula X1 test report that gives proof that all of their claims and all the specs are actually accurate in regards to your RGB balance, the delta here. So the color accuracy and the brightness is actually, in fact, very, very impressive. Now let's get this foam off here and come a little closer here. Check this out. We have a bunch of cool stuff. The first one I'm gonna pull out, and this thing is really nice in here, really tight fit, and has some good weight to it. Here is our Nebula X1, the actual projector. And I reviewed a previous version of this. This has so many upgrades, nice features, but let's set that to the side and let's check out what else is in here. First off, a cool little addition here, little clapper board, just for fun to take out with you on your adventures. And look at this. This is an inflatable couch that you can use outside when you're watching your movies. So we'll test this guy out as well. And right over here, we have our satellite speakers. Once again, a tight fit. Now, we've enjoyed movies outside, but one issue you run into, especially in large open spaces, is the fact that you don't get that loud audio. Well, not anymore, because these are the satellite speakers that not only give you really nice loud sound, but they give you surround sound as well. And the last thing inside of this crate are these right here. You have wireless microphones. So if you're gonna do karaoke, anything like that, that directly connects to your speakers, to the whole audio system. How cool is that? All right, guys, and now I've been using this for a while, and there are so many unique, cool things about it. And let me explain what I said at the beginning, that I was happy for you guys, but kind of sad for myself. I use this outside, upstairs, and in my basement, and I spent a crazy amount of money on my projector system. That thing weighs over 50 pounds, and I had to spend an insane, I don't even want to say it out loud, you'll see it on the screen, how much that thing costs in order to get some of the features that are built into this. And this thing actually gets brighter than my system. The 4K Laser Forge 2.0 laser, the triple laser in here, actually goes up to 3500 ANSI lumens. That is ANSI. It's not an over-exaggerated claim with crazy numbers like a lot of projector companies make. That beats out my system. It beats out everything else in the price range. So it is crazy, crazy bright, and that's great if you're using it outdoors. And inside of my house, I have these windows, it's bright outside. Even the blinds that I have, they allow a lot of light through. They're designed to do that, and you could still see the image that I got even with a lot of light coming through. I actually had to adjust my camera to not blow out the image that was giving me in the daytime with my lights turned on. And I have more shots with the light turned off to show you guys as well. But you get a vivid and color accurate image. We have 110% of Rec 2020 with a great color delta. Very impressive in terms of colors. Now the 14 element all glass lens is very important and very impressive. Typically you'd only see that on projectors that are above $5,000. Other projectors that I've used, they don't even have a zoom. You can maybe do a digital one, but this allows for very good clarity, very good long-lasting focus, and the ability to optically zoom and adjust. And in my basement, that screen that I have is 185 inches. And I was able to set this up past 2 rows of theater seating at the back and still use it, which you can't say for most projectors or all projectors in this price class. Now this great image also comes from the industry's first U-shaped laser optical path, has 50% less volume while giving you richer colors. It provides better uniformity, and I wish you guys could see this in person because even with my best ways of trying to capture this, it looks even better in real life. Now similarly priced projectors give you a 1500 to 1 native contrast. Typically this gets to 5000 to 1 native. It's not an exaggerated claim, and the reason why it's so good is that this actually has an iris built in. I try to capture that to be able to adjust and give you better contrast. Now believe it or not, the cheaper version of my projector that I bought for my home theater, the $10,000 one, doesn't have this. You have to step up to the $16,000 to get this. And this thing, for a crazy price, has that built in. That just blew my mind. And paired with the Nebula Master 2.0 processing provides for these dark, deep blacks instead of grays. And then going into dynamic contrast and all the processing, that gives you 56,000 to 1 contrast ratio, which just makes the highlights pop and the darks being able to stay nice and deep. You have HDR tone mapping built in, Dolby Vision built in, a lot of different great software and features. We have the Google operating system running in here, so it was great setting it up for the first time, logging in, having all my stuff available, makes it very easy. You can cast to it. The software works really well. And now I have to get into the speaker system. Built into this are some impressive speakers and woofers. They sound really good for something this size. But when you add in this genius design where you have the 4.1.2 surround sound with flex wave that gives you really good immersion, I was impressed. Outside, testing it out for the first time, having all the sound automatically switch over when you turn these on to this speaker makes it sound so much better, gives you such a good experience where the sound is coming from in front of you, not where the projector sits. A lot of times people are using a setup, the sound is in front of you right below, next to you, instead of where the screen is. So that steps up the experience to a whole nother level. And using these indoors where you have walls and a ceiling to bounce off of gives you another level of immersion. There's Dolby built in with good processing, and these get so loud. And the crazy thing is that these are not Bluetooth. You have a little stand built into the bottom of them. They're rechargeable. They have water resistance, but these are not Bluetooth. These are using Wi-Fi, and that brings your latency down to 25 milliseconds instead of 100 to 200 with Bluetooth. So you don't have audio syncing issues. Each speaker delivers 80 watts and the projector delivers 40 watts, totaling 200 watts of output. And because of that, we also have our karaoke that is built in. You have these rechargeable microphones. There's a reverb built in. I can't get into all the details. Please go and check it out. It's so impressive, this whole combo setup. But you're able to use this as a karaoke system. You're able to use it indoors as your theater system. You're able to take it outside with you or inside somewhere if you're going on a trip, you're getting an Airbnb. I mean, you have so much flexibility with this compared to just buying a regular boring projector or something that has to stay in one spot. Now, with that, you have great software. There's so much different options. You can fine tune things, both on the picture, on the setup, and you have your AI spatial adaptation where it will actually go look at your space. It'll avoid outlets like you guys can see and set everything up for you. If you don't want to have, you don't want to fine tune, you don't have the time for that, you don't need to do that. And the cool thing is you can actually save your setups for different rooms and have that in the memory built in. Of course, you have the iGuard built in for safety. There's wall color adaptation because my walls aren't pure white. I was still impressed with the image on bumpy orange peel texture with the light coming in. There are so many software features that work well that are built in. Once again, I want to talk about this whole setup here with a combination of the optical zoom and the digital zoom that allows you to place it at different distances, to not have to find an optimal spot and be forced to place it there. That is awesome. You have the digital zoom there. And then you have the micro gimbal that will automatically tilt up and down up to 25 degrees. So it can adjust for you. And looking at all of that and all of the performance, the mind-blowing thing is they also put liquid cooling into here. And why would you want that? Well, a lot of projectors, especially if you have really high quality, high brightness, it puts off a lot of heat. And because of that, you don't be watching something, there's something more on the quiet talking, and you just hear a fan going off. That allows us to have 26 decibels of noise. It is so quiet while staying cool and protecting all the parts and all your high performance. So I love the Google TV with Netflix built into it as well, the official Netflix. I love this handle that retracts and pops out. You have a bunch of ports right here if you want to use other inputs instead of the built-in software. So you have the HDMI, you have eARC. It's also 4K 60 with very low latency. It's under 19 milliseconds. And then you have your controls up here as well. And you get your remote, which also works well. You have voice built in, these different buttons. You can access all of your settings. The whole system works incredibly well together. And even though this is like an outdoor system, right? You have that part of it and it works very well, better than other stuff that I've tested. It can be used for anything. I want to emphasize that too. It's one solution that you can use in a dedicated space, easily move it. You have 8 hours of battery life here. You can use it on any trips, different spaces, and you can use it outdoor. So you're not just buying one thing for one spot that is locked in. And the crazy thing is the deal that you can get right now. You can get $700 off the combo. Use the links down below. The value that you're getting is crazy. Now, it's not a cheap projector system. There's cheap stuff out there, but they suck. A lot of suckiness on the software, the hardware, the image is not the same. So if you want something that's gonna last and that's gonna work very well, this is an amazing bang for the buck. I have the little case here that holds everything together. I'm very thoroughly impressed. So go check out the other details. There's a lot of other impressive things. Let me know your thoughts down below. Go ahead and click that circle above to subscribe. Check out one of those videos right over there. This has been Max, and I'll see you in the next one.